Hello, you're with Libby from libbystamps.com. I'm just going to bring you a quick tutorial today on how I've made this card and how you can use some of your scraps that you have left over from your projects, not just at Christmas time but any time of the year. So we'll get started. I'll have all the measurements for my card on my blog, but the items we're using today are Embellished Ornaments, Star of Light. We're actually going to use the Sparkle Textured Impressions Embossing folder, Garden Green and Cherry Cobbler, and the Delicate Ornaments Thinlit dies. And I'm just using strips out of this Christmas specialty designer series paper. Alright, so I've prepared a lot of my card earlier. So I've got a card base of Whisper White, then I've got Garden Green and Cherry Cobbler. I've already cut and embossed my top piece, so you'll see I've got a top piece here on my card. So I've used the Sparkle Textured Impressions Embossing folder on this, and cut first with your Delicate Ornaments Thinlit dies. So cut your shape out first and then emboss. If you do it the other way round, you run the risk of flattening your embossing. So I've already got that prepared. I've already put Stampin dimensionals on the back ready for my piece of card. I've stamped and mounted my saying, and I've taken the sentiment from Star of Light and I've just banner cut that myself. I've already cut out the little red ornament holder at the top, and I've tied some silver ribbon inside that. Alright, so you just need a scrap of paper really. I'm just going to use a piece of Very Vanilla today, and what I'm going to do is just randomly choose my pieces of cardstock and adhere them to the Very Vanilla with some snail. So I might go on a bit of a diagonal. If I set that one up first, sort of like that. So you can go straight up and down or across if you want to. It doesn't really matter, just so long as all your pieces jut up against each other and you've got no spaces there. So there I've got my little strips that I've used up. I'm now going to come in and take my Stampin dimensional, the backings of my Stampin dimensionals. Then I'm just going to decide how I want this placed. So I could go that way. You don't have to marry it up with your piece of card that you had previously. You want to try and get as many different colours in as you can. So I think I'll just go like that. And then just bring your trimmer in and you're just going to trim along those edges. And there we've got our card front, and all I need to do now is stick it on the front of my card, but I'm just going to stick the little ornament hanger on the top. I've put half a dimensional on the back of this, and the silver ribbon. So I'm just going to place that in there like that. Now if your ribbon doesn't stay, you can always place a glue dot underneath it to make it stay the way where you want it to. Sometimes these bows are not very cooperative, so I want it to go the same way as the ornament. And then I'm going to put some glue dots just here on my banner. Just going to place that down there. And then all you need to do is pop it on the front of your card. Alright, then all I need to do is get some multi-purpose liquid glue and adhere it to the front of my card. And there's our card. I've already done the inside, and I've used the holly from the Embellished Ornaments stamp. I've used garden green ink and a cherry cobbler marker to colour the baubles in. I've also decorated the front and back of the envelope. Alright, so that's it for today. That's my Tip Thursday for today. There are my two cards. I hope you enjoyed those tips, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.
Hey, if you wanna play, make it about a place. It'll take creation.